Hi Libra, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So I'm here Indian style here, sitting as I go ahead and do your read, which is getting me very grounded. So this will be nice. I've got some incense burning, which is great. What we're going to do is talk about you and the other person, and this will be from September 16th through the 30th, 2019, and this will be for all Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs, okay? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull some cards for you and that other person. Now just keep in mind that that other person might be a friend, family member, it could be a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, even a spouse of some sort. So anyway, it gives you a good idea, but it is a general read, and that goes without saying. If you'd like a personal read, then go to theguidedintuitive.com and we will get you set up over there. All right, so let's see what's in store for you. Now keep in mind that I might be talking about you on one side and the other person on the other. Feel free to reverse the messages, okay? No worries, all right? Because it does, sometimes it makes better sense that way, but you're gonna know best because you're gonna tap into your own intuition and check that out, okay? No one is to decide that but you, my friend, okay? You don't want to give your power away to anyone else but yourself, right? All right, so let's do this. All right, so let's go ahead and just take a look and see what insights may help you in terms of guidance and perspective, all right? Let's see what wants to come about. I'm going to use some oracle cards, I'm going to use some peace cards, and then the tried and true cards for talk to me like I'm someone you love cards, all right? All right, so first card is about your current situation in terms of where you're at right now. So let's take a look at that. Let's see here. Well, this wanted to come out. What is this? Ooh, okay, Libra. We've got resolution, okay? So something is coming to an end, or at least a decision or a compromise, okay? And you see how the camera just shifted really fast, okay? So it's kind of whatever was stopping before has now come to fruition, and now it has achieved some sort of resolution to give you the peace that you want, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. So it could have been in a relationship, it could have been in a situation. Note your comments below, but that's quite interesting. So I do think that something has come to some sort of realization or resolution for yourself, okay? So this is just saying, maybe in the past there was some sort of, like when the camera did that, I felt tension, right? And now I feel that there is a sense of peace. So I believe there maybe have been some sort of enlightenment, some sort of, something that came to the surface that you now are a lot more enlightened about, or has achieved some sort of resolution on something, a query that you've had, okay? In a relationship, a situation, whatever the case may be, okay? So this is about, really seeking to understand. And then once understanding, you can be understood, okay? So I guess that's kind of what's coming into play for me here. And what I'm feeling for you here, but I think there is a sense of peace about this, right? And it's just like really releasing your need for any sort of power in this situation, any sort of control in this situation, right? And letting it just unravel as it is supposed to do, okay? So that is how the resolution is going to come into play for you. So it could be, again, being in a relationship, a situation, or whatever the case may be. But this is about, when you come to a resolution, to listen to both sides, right? And when you listen to both sides, you're going to know to the extent as to where you can't bend anymore, and you learn that about the other as well, and then you seek to find that common ground as much as you can. So, but again, that's what comes into play. So I'm going to pull a tarot card and see what wants to come out in terms of clarifying that. This is currently where you're at right now. So this might be as it relates to a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or some sort of cup of love that you're offering to another. And maybe there is some sort of clarity or some sort of resolution that is coming into play. Maybe you are initiating this on your side and taking on this energy, or someone else is to you, but that's what I see. So there's going to be, if there has not yet, if that hasn't taken place, then there will maybe perhaps be some sort of resolution. And that's what I see in the cards that are coming up here, right? So and it's like this new beginning. It's maybe this a resolution to have a new beginning, or not. Okay, so that's what I see here. All right. So now the pages are pages. So it's just, it's what's coming into play. In the past, you had walked away, or the other person had walked away after putting a lot of time and effort into this. Okay, because there's things that were hidden. And so either you or that other person had walked away. It could have been, again, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you taking on this energy. Maybe you walked away. But that's what I see here. It was almost like in your best interest to walk away from this situation because something wasn't emotionally making you feel good. You felt that some things were hidden, okay? The interesting thing is that whatever was hidden is now being recognized. And I also feel that you, too, are being recognized. Or you're finally recognizing someone else, okay? So a lot can come into play, so note your comments below. But there is some sort of success here. There is some sort of recognition here. There's some sort of, people are really seeing you. This is carrying on that fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, it could be that someone is seeing your value or recognizing your value, and it could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, so someone with those particular signs in his or her chart. But that's what I see here, and this is a 6 card. 6 is all about growth, right? So maybe there is growth in this situation because of the fact that you've walked away and and had a new beginning and some sort of resolution in the past. Okay, so that's really what I'm seeing, because then the recognition comes through, right? Maybe you're recognizing something that you didn't before recognize in a partner or in a situation, and now you're feeling a lot more successful about it, and it's a lot more successful about moving forward. Okay, so that's what I see. So let's take a look at this other person on what wants to come through for this other person. Okay, what is the current situation right now with this other person? Ooh, okay, so we've got divine companion, okay? So this is about really, kind of coexisting and kind of intertwining with another companion, someone that is spiritually connected to you, right? You see almost like these two trees are almost as if they're human, and there's this like DNA helix kind of being intertwined, and it's almost like this spiritual entity of light that's intertwining, that's bringing you, pulling you both together. There is some sort of a common thread, a common DNA on a spiritual sense is what I'm seeing. And that's what I'm getting, Libra. And that's kind of what I feel that is warming both of you and helping each other grow and prosper. All right. So that is what I'm seeing. So this connection might have that element to it. Very unique, right? And it's just very enlightening and warming to the heart for both of you. So there is a very, very strong connection, incredibly strong connection, let alone, passion as well. So that is what I'm seeing. But there is a divine companion that is on your mind. But for this other person, what I get is that they have a divine companion on their mind. If you don't resonate with this, that is making them feel like this. Okay, so quite interesting, and that very much well could be you. So I'm going to actually clarify that with the tarot. I want to see what wants to come out when I do that. So that's our current situation right now, feeling the connection, knowing that exists, right? Anything else? Communication. So maybe there's some form of communication that's coming from this person after maybe perhaps you had initiated some sort of love hello, or just opening, kind of breaking open a conversation. But this is saying that there is going to be communication coming through, and it's going to be a lot faster, and things were maybe slow before, it's going to actually move a lot faster. So that's what I see here. Quite interesting. Anything else that wants to come through? Judgment. There'll be a final judgment in this situation. Okay, guys. So quite interesting for this person is that they will have some sort of judgment, a final say, and they're having also some sort of reawakening. So when the final decision comes down, there is some sort of reawakening of the situation, of the relationship, of the thing, whatever that is for you. So that's what I'm seeing for this other person. Like a decision has to be made, and things were moving a lot fast, and to help things move a lot faster, and it could be affecting this person's love life. Okay, I'm just saying. So let's take a look at where the relationship is headed. Okay, so first with you here. Ooh, illumination. Remember we just talked about that a little bit, that that in here there's been some sort of kind of resolution, right? And this resolution brings in illumination, right? And it's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion here, a lot of fire. Again, if you're dealing with a fire sign, this is quite interesting, or who, someone who has fire in their chart. But this is about lighting the fires, lighting the embers of this situation to move it forward, lighting the fires of passion to move it forward by means of communication, which is the blue and the throat chakra, or any form of communication. This is actually with confidence, moving forward with confidence, that fire, which is your solar plexus, and that is like your I am. So it's about, maybe perhaps lighting the fire or starting the fire in this relationship, after the resolution, and then of course offering a cup of love. But that's what I see here. So there's been some sort of illumination. Something that was hidden before is now being seen and now being communicated in a fiery way, okay? So that is what I am seeing. As I clarify that with the tarot, we're going to see what wants to come out. I'm just curious, okay? The Hierophant. This could be a spiritual teacher, or maybe someone that you're going to for guidance that offers this illumination. And maybe this is something that you have gone to someone for guidance and were able to get that illumination, or you're illuminating someone else about the situation. Okay, so whatever's at hand, that's what I see coming out. All right, let's take a look at this other person in terms of where the relationship is headed. Let's see what that is, or the situationship, or it could be anything, guys. It even could be job or whatever. So I just want you to kind of fill in the blank, because it's not uncommon. I've had subscribers and those come to my channel saying, gosh, it's related to 100% to work for me. And it happens sometimes. So just let it be what it's supposed to be. All right. So just kind of let it work through you and see how it resonates. Okay. All right. So let's see. Where is the relationship headed? Where do we go? Persistence. Okay, so this person is being very persistent in as it is to what it is they want. Okay, and they're focusing on themselves, bring a lot of warmth and glow to themselves, it looks like over here. But they're not giving up. They're not giving up. They're not giving up what they want, because they know in the heart of the matter, they have to be true to their heart. The heart is their center, it's their core, and they have to live by their heart on what they feel is in their best interest to lead them to this harvesting type of energy there, and that warmth. It's almost as if it's changing towards this more of like this fall, like falling into love with themselves, and by doing so, they are attracting others as well. It's quite interesting how that happens. But yeah, I get persistence that's coming into play. So this is interesting. So even when I think about this, it's like I'm almost even thinking about that this is it's like whatever this person is working on, whatever it is that they're doing, success is guaranteed. Okay, and that's what I see dripping from the trees there. It's just it's beautiful. Okay. Even if there is an obstacle that's in the way, it's just a temporary setback. Okay, so this is about being very resourceful, continuing on their path, and moving forward, whatever it is in their defined destination, whatever that looks like for them. Okay, so really being persistent and not giving up on what it is that they want. Okay. I think it's beautiful. I think it's incredibly beautiful. So that's what I see kind of happening here, right? I mean, because when it comes to changing your life, if you're not scared in the process, then there's something wrong. Okay, that's just how I feel about it. So this person is about maybe being scared, but also being still persistent on what it is that they want. Okay, so there you have it. Let me see if there's any cards that want to clarify this. Okay, that wants to come through. All right, what is that? Here it is. Yeah, they're being persistent. They're not giving up, because it's not about winning at all costs. And I think that the reason this card came up is almost as I feel is that it's because it's not this. They don't want to win at all costs. It's not about that. It's not about that anymore, at least for this person on this side, I feel. Now, you could be dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, where this person's taking on that energy. You might have that in your chart. But you know, the fives are about change, you know, and you have to be willing to change your way of doing things to be able to celebrate things, right? And so when I see this person, it's like it's almost as if they're going to be persistent in what it is that they want, okay? And they're going to celebrate that, okay? And you know, with friends and family members. Now, the other thing too is that sneaky behavior that could lead to that of the third party is something that they do not want. So they're persistent in asking for what it is that they want, okay, and what is in their heart and what they desire, okay. So that's quite interesting. Wow. Let's take a look at the outcome of the situation. Where did I put my cards? Oh, here they are. Okay, so let's take a look at the outcome of the situation first with you. So let's see, Libra, what wants to come about, okay? Let's see. Here it is. Gateway. Ooh, Capricorn got this too. Interesting, okay? This is actually opening up a new gateway, okay? Now, either with this person, in this relationship, in this situation, whatever brought you to my channel, okay? You're being very perceptive, and this is about using your intuition and your third eye to guide you through the process, all right? Things that were once hidden are now being illuminated. I almost feel like this is the moon, sun, and then the stars in between, because a lot of light is shining on this door of opening of an opportunity, right? This new gateway on your journey, this new gateway in this relationship, okay? So stepping back and really be, you know, with that illumination represents an opportunity for a new gateway in this situation. So this is beautiful, and it all starts with communication, which is all the blue there. So a communication in any way, shape, or form, all right? So that's what I see coming through here. Now, when I clarify that with the tarot, let's see what wants to come out. Let's see. Yeah, it's like there's new pathways that are opening, and you get the Three of Wands, which is that fiery type energy. Threes are about being creative, right? So being real creative in this new gateway. You know that there's going to be challenges, but you've got a lot of passion with that red, and it's heart driven with the green there, okay? So that's what this talks about, and you've seen fruits of your labor before, and you're just looking to see how you want to maneuver forward, okay? So there is a new gateway, a new path that's opening up, which is really beautiful. And when I clarify that, I get the Emperor. So this could be, you know, maybe taking on that type of energy, cutting out and being very disciplined on what it is that you want, very decisive, you know, within the process. Could be that you're dealing with an Aries or someone that is acting that way if you're not taking on that energy. Yeah, that's what I kind of see coming through here. Quite interesting. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of what I see. And yeah, it's about being very stable in this person is very, very grounded. So I think in terms of your goals, you're being very disciplined and grounded and very mental in the process, okay? So that's what I see. So let's take a look if there's anything else. Where are we at in time? Okay, if there's anything else that you can do to change the outcome. Let me just see what this is. You get transformation. Wow. Yeah, you know, anything that you can do to change that is to transform. This is about being flexible and malleable and being able to move and let the universe kind of help transform you in this process, okay? So, you know, anything that you can do to change the outcome would probably be not to transform. But I think that really what you're doing is you're really transforming because you've come to some sort of resolution. You've been illuminated, right, in the process. And I really feel that you're recognizing and you've been through some sort of transformation on your own and some sort of growth that has allowed a lot of these leaves to grow. So you're kind of bending kind of with the universe. Now you're working with your source or with the universe, and you're realizing that more things can flourish that way, or maybe working with another can help transform you. And maybe a different way of thinking is now transforming. Maybe what you thought before is not working anymore, and come to that resolution and that illumination. So now it's led you to this transformation. So what can change is if you don't transform, right? How about this other person? Anything they can do to change the outcome? Oh, wow, this is trust, okay? So this is about them trusting more, okay? So they may not, they trusted with their heart and their soul, which is all that green there. And this is to say is that what can change the situation is if they don't trust and don't give it an opportunity, right? If they don't trust themselves and in terms of the choices that they need to make in their life, okay? Or in this situation or in this relationship. So that's exactly what I see there. Learning to trust all over again, because in the past they've been burned. Something came to an end in the past. Maybe it could have been you two together, but they were burned in the past and something came down. It was a heartbreak, okay? Could be doing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you as well in this. You could have been dating or working with another air sign of some sort. But bottom line is that there was some heartbreak in the past, hence the problem with trust. And this person's starting on a new beginning, okay? So yeah, and you know, you get kind of like the Page of Cups. This other person gets the Page of Wands, okay? So quite interesting, new beginnings here. So what is it that you would like to say to this person, Libra? And what would the other person like to say to you, okay? Let's see whether here it is. What you'd like to say to this person? All I want is for you to listen to me with an open heart. Well, there's not much more you can ask than that, right? It's probably one of the greatest gifts that anyone could do for another, especially in relationships, right? And making good, you know, healthy relationships. This is beautiful, very, very beautiful. Okay, so this is it requires a lot of self-worth for someone to ask that. So it's quite beautiful. Let's take a look at this other person, what they would want to say to you. Here it is, right here. Okay, what is it? This feels awful. Can we start again and really listen to each other? So you're mirroring each other. You both need to listen to each other with an open heart, okay? I'm just saying. So that's what needs to take place here, okay, guys? So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Listening to each other with an open heart, right? And you know, starting over. And it's you're mirroring each other, guys. That's all I can say. Well, love it. Note your comments below, okay? I look forward to seeing you next month in the month of October. So until then, Libra, namaste.